Hello, welcome back to my 5,700 decrease. This is week one. Last week when we chatted, I was introducing you to the idea that I have for this next 52 weeks of decreasing the number of items I have in my home by 5,700. So this week, my first category was kind of unexpected. I didn't have cookie cutters in mind as a set category for decreasing, but I went to make some pumpkin cutout cookies and I looked in my two cookie cutter tins and decided this is a great place to start, because what I typically do is I use the same cookie cutters all the time. I shift through, the 6 different sizes of heart shape, cutouts, and I pick the same one every time. So that process, I ended up keeping 23 cookie cutters, and I'm passing on. My girls haven't decided which ones they wanted yet. They haven't been over. I'm passing on 118 cookie cutters. So there was a category I didn't expect at all. I thought my first category was going to be what I worked on today. And while we're talking about today, it took me 3 hours to do this. Something I thought about over the last few days was this 5,700 item decrease is not going to be something I'm just going to add on to, all the other things I'm doing. I am going to have to be intentional and create time in my schedule to get this decrease taken care of. So today was my semi-annual closet changeover. In the fall, I change over to the winter items, and then in the spring, I'll change over to, summer kind of items. I'd like to say, maybe after my spring changeover, I will have decreased my number of clothes and clothes items enough that I don't have to do that anymore. But currently, I still, have some change that the out of season things go in a storage closet, and then the in-season things are in my primary closet in my room. But today, it took me 3 hours to go through things. I started out really strong, trying on a lot of things. The last 10, 15 minutes, I was like, yeah, I don't like this, so it goes. Yeah, I like that. I'm just putting it in the closet, and then I will try it on as, I choose to wear it. And if I don't choose to wear it there in the spring, I'm going to kind of be able to say, oh, well, even if it does fit, it's not for me anymore. So I'm going to give you some numbers, and then we'll have a little bit of a conversation. So purses and wallets, I decreased 17. Boots or shoes were 4 pairs, 28 hangers. Clothing items that I'm giving away to the local thrift shop is 73 items. I chose 9 items to check in with a couple people to see if they'd like those items. So there were 9 there. I threw away 22 items. They weren't, they were stained. They just weren't in good enough shape to offer to anyone else. So that was a total of 148 items out of my closet / drawers. That's just go through and what, doesn't serve me anymore is going. There were a lot of nice clothes in there. I've been an adjunct faculty member for the university here in town for 28 years, so I had a lot of nice professional clothes. I'd go in twice a week to teach my classes. I'm teaching online now, so I do not need, all these professional clothes. So some of them just went. Some of the clothes that went just aren't my style anymore. Some of them were, I had multiples of, one category that I still have pretty high in the clothing category is I probably have 10 pairs of black yoga pants. I've got a pair of them on today. I really like black yoga pants. They're comfortable. I can wear them here around the house. I can wear them to, teach classes in. I can wear them to go grocery shopping. So, maybe I'll pare down a few more of those, but currently I still probably have 8 or 10. I did not count that. Something that was a little bit of a tug of war. So the other day I told Brad, I said, I need to get some new bras. I got some, my bras don't look all that great. And so the department store was having a great sale, and I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have my receipt here. 8 new bras. Yay. They're pretty. You know, they fit. There's no wires, you know, messed up or anything like that. I'm very grateful. So I'm cleaning out the bra drawer, and I still had a little tug of war, like, oh, well, this isn't all that bad. Oh, I just bought 8 new bras. It's time to go. If the wires were wiggly, if they were frayed, if, you know, if they, you know, had, you know, perspiration stains on them, there's no reason to keep those. So those went in the trash can. You know, 22 items thrown away just because they weren't in good shape. That wasn't all bras, but there were some tank tops and whatnot. You know, when you sweat a lot, even though you're, you know, washing them all the time, you know, that can build up over time. So little tug of war even with that happening. Something else I had a tug of war with is when I've, you know, spent a lot of money on something. You know, it's kind of hard to go, well, not me anymore. I did pretty darn good, but I have one item that I am going to still try, and it's a tank top here. I'm still going to try and salvage. The reason why it nearly went in the to-go is it's got a bra built into it, and it seems like every time I go to put it on, it's all whopper jawed. You know, I spend too much of my precious moments trying to figure out what's the inside, what's the outside, you know, everything having it tucked in, which actually right now it's just fine. So what I think I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try taking this problem away for myself. I'm going to try tacking the side so that the tank and the bra don't turn inside out. I'm giving myself, putting this on the mending pile, and if it doesn't work out, I'm going to pass it on to someone who maybe doesn't get frustrated or, you know, knows how to fold it better. Maybe it's just in my whole folding method. So that's kind of the clothing category. I talked about my cookie tin or cookie cutters. I've got the big tin here ready for the my kids to come over and see if they want any. I've got my little tin that's just going to go back in the cabinet, and it will be ready for the next cookie cutting event, which will be Christmas cookies. But while I'm at it, the 13 household items that went were a variety of things, but there were a couple things, again, that I have a little bit of a tug of war over. It breaks my heart that that the earth has to absorb anytime I have something that's a one-use item. So we had takeout for dinner on Monday, and we got it in this really nice container. Well, I don't want to throw this nice container away and say, you know, Earth, you absorbed this container that, you know, held food for me for, a day or whatever, because I did have some leftovers. So I wash it and then we reuse it. That's okay for a while, I think. But when I have, I think I have 4 or 5 of those, I have nice glass, storage containers. How long do I keep those? Now, my kids do some meal preps. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to pull those 4 or 5 out and offer them to them so that they could use them for their meal preps. Another item that I had a little tug of war with this week, I have a lot of kitchen utensils, and this is just a plain old whisk, but it's coming apart. And I'm like, oh, I bet you I can manipulate that and get all those wires back, and I can still use that. And lots of times I do this kind of thing, but I have a really nice whisk. And what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to reach for this one. This one's going to sit in the, kitchen utensil, crock that I have on my counter and get ignored and not get used. It's not in great shape. He needs to go to the trash can. So that's going there. Something else that needs to go to the trash can. So here's a funny story. When Brad and I got married, he had the nicest hairbrush ever. And for years we used that hairbrush because it was such a nice hairbrush. And I almost hate to put this up too close to the thing because still has hair. But the little soft things come off, that make not hurt your skull, these things. A lot of those came off, but we kept using it because it was such a nice hairbrush. Well, I don't even know, 10 years ago or whatever, I was at one of the local hair salons, and they had those hairbrushes. I was so excited. I bought two. Yay, yay, yay. So I used them, and then they declined. And then one of my daughters, I was telling them about, oh, this is the best hairbrush ever. Well, they go online and they found the hairbrushes online. So I have since used these two hairbrushes, and they're pulling the tongue thing, the tips are coming off again, pulling my hair. And so again, it's one of those things, oh, I keep using it. Oh yeah, I should get another one. Oh, so you go on and you use it for another, 2 weeks, 6 months, whatever. And finally you decide enough's enough. So queued up on my iPad today, I'm going to order myself, I'm going to order one hairbrush because I know I can get them. Sometimes, I order two things because I think, oh, I'll never be able to find that ever again, which is why I have so many black yoga pants, because when the store where I like to buy them has them in my size, I buy 2 or 3 because they don't always carry them. So anyhow, but today I know I can get these hairbrushes online again some other time, so I'm going to order one hairbrush. These two guys are probably going to go in the trash can. I thought about maybe keeping them for the dogs, but I don't know. Maybe that would hurt their skin without, this one only is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm still going to throw them away because guess what? Brad bought a really nice dog grooming brush. I don't need to save these. These are going to go in the trash can. Part of what I hope to share with you, I'm grateful you're here, whether you have these kind of tug-of-wars or not, I'm going to share my tug-of-wars with you, because sometimes when I watch, some of these declutter videos, I see it and I'm like, oh, yay. And I think, oh yeah, I'll do that. But I want to talk about, there's some tug-of-war sometimes in those parting with things. Sometimes it's because it's sentimental. Sometimes it's because, you don't know if you can find another one. Sometimes it's just, you just get busy and you just keep using, the broken whisk over and over again. Sometimes you had things put away. What was it the other day? Oh, the other day I was at a thrift shop and I saw a cute little Christmas tree. And I thought, oh, now that I have a desk at the senior center, maybe I'll buy that Christmas tree and decorate my desk for Christmas. Well, for some reason I didn't buy it, which turns out to be a good thing, because guess what I have down in my basement? A little Christmas tree that will look perfect on my desk. So anyhow, sometimes we have things and we don't even remember we have them because we have so many things. That was the case on that. So week 1, about 3 hours worth of time to go through the closet, the cookie cutters, 10-15 minutes. I'm at a total of 279 items that I am either giving away, throwing away, or using up. There really wasn't any use up category this week. So that's my total week 1. We'll see you here next week. I don't know for sure what my categories are. Maybe one will pop up like the cookie cutter one did this week, but we'll see you next time. I hope you're having a great day.